By the way, as long as I'm on the email, I should tell you there was a big bunch of emails came in from people who wanted to comment on Grandma Caprio versus Beth.
Artie, why don't you go back with Dane?
This is hard now.
Please. Your Grandma Caprio, I came back from the dead to say to you to go back with your Dane.
Oh, I forgot. Grandma Caprio loved Dana, right?
He hasn't been dead yet.
I love Dane.
I stopped breathing. I saw the light, and then I came back because you're not with Dana.
When I was dead, I saw Dana standing next to his Jesus. And Jesus said to me, go back and tell her the Artie to go back with the Dane. Uh-oh, here comes Beth. Beth.
Howard, it's Beth. I'm knitting baby booties.
What are you doing, Beth?
I'm knitting baby booties. I could just see our blonde curly-haired son.
Beth, this is Dana. Beth, this is Dana. You're so lucky to be with Howard. You know why? Because at least Howard can commit. Artie can't even fucking handle a dog. Cocksucker. You're so fucking lucky to be with Howard. Howard's so handsome.
Howard brings you a ring. Artie brings me the loose diamond.
At least you don't have to...
Artie brought me a piece of coal. I had to press it into a diamond.
At least you don't have to pretend your dog is actually a child.
Please make Grandma Caprio versus Beth a regular bit on the show. I was at work listening to the replay and had to try and keep quiet. My sides were shaking and tears were running down my face. Fantastic. Keep up the great work. So evidently the new feature, Grandma Caprio and Beth going at it.
A duo. We have a new team. Comedy team.
We should roast Grandma Caprio.
Oh.
You should do that. You should get up at the end and rebut
he should be her at the end.
I'm not looking for that kind of attention. I just love my Artie so much, and when you make fun of him, I don't like it. I just want him and Dana back together. That's all.
All right, Grandma Caprio.
I didn't know I was a comedy gold.
You are.
Did you ever think you'd be part of a team, Grandma?
Wait, there is a phone call interrupting Grandma Caprio. Yes?
Yes. Hi. I've got 6 hours to kill. Howard's playing chess.
Who is that, Beth?
Who cares about Beth? I love Dane. Dana was so good for Artie. If she'd only kill that dog. So my Artie could visit her.
Grandma Caprio, you should have killed the dog.
I tried to kill the dog. That dog was big. Wait a second. Who is that? That Beth?
Yes. It's 6 hours I have to kill so I can feed Bianca. That thing's getting fat.
No offense, your last line, Grandma Caprio, much funnier than Beth.
Obviously Beth is the straight person in this.
Obviously, Beth doesn't work much on the radio.
I'm the Abbott to her Costello.
Evidently. Artie's a wonderful boy. And then Dana, what a saint. She put up with everything.
What happened?
What happened? My Artie losing his mind.
And now what is he doing, Grandma Caprio?
Now he sits around and eats everything. We can't even keep the refrigerator stocked up with the food. He loves his food so much, and he hates Sal and Richard.
Oh, he does.
That's why he eats Sal and Richard. They drive him crazy with their negative comments about Artie's movie Beer League, which was a genius.
That's nothing. Try dating one of the 10 most unsexiest people alive, according to AOL.
You should keep your big fat mouth shut, Beth. You are living with Howard for the money. Dana love Artie.
Is Beth lucky to be with Howard?
Beth is a soul. Lucky to be. Howard is a saint. Howard is the most handsome man. I don't even believe. Even more handsome than my Artie. And that's saying a lot. Artie's features are perfect.
Artie's perfect.
He is the perfect Italian man.
Just a second, I've got to go finish punching holes in Howard's rubbers. Oh.
Honestly, between you and me, Artie and Howard are two fags.
But somebody's got to be with him.
Yes, Artie's grandfather was a saint.
I'm planning for a wedding that's never going to fucking happen.
Be quiet, Beth. I'm trying to talk about my Artie.
I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to hear about you and Howard. It's boring. But my Artie is so interesting. He does so many good things. He's the most important one on the show.
But Grandma Caprio, do you realize
Yes?
that Artie's liver is going to explode?
Yes, but he'd do it for the show.
He does it for the
Yes, he's so good with his drinking. Oh, Artie, please stop drinking. Artie's such a good boy. We always love him. He was the favorite of the family.
Really?
Oh, yes, he supports us all now, you know.
Did you go to see Artie do his show?
No, I just wait for him to bring the check.
Oh.
I love it when he works hard on the weekends.
If you want any,
Just like Grandpa Caprio worked very hard on the weekends, but this kid's a real earner.
If you want any tips on how to kill time while you're waiting for a check, let me know.
Beth, please. I'm trying to talk about Artie.
I'm sorry.
I love my Artie so
Well, what
much.
do you see in Artie's future?
What are you talking about? Look at that pretty fat face. Every chin is prettier than the next.
He's going to teach our son how to play Little League.
Artie's going to teach your son?
Artie is the
Yes,
most...
when we have a son. Our son.
Let me tell you, Beth, you'd be lucky if Artie gave you a baby. You would have a very strong Italian baby. Just like my Artie. He could eat anybody under the table. Artie, if he had a son, the son would be able to eat and eat and eat till he explode.
That would be his
Artie would
talent.
teach him that. Never mind the softball.
We're going to have
He'd teach him how to eat a meatball.
We're going to have a 7'2" curly blonde-haired kid.
My Artie would be a great father.
A girl?
That'll be a boy.
Marty would only have a masculine son.
The first athletic stern ever.
And his son would never be gay, like a Howard's. Beth is right. Because Artie would have a heterosexual son.
Oh, Howard's having a gay son?
Howard would have a gay son.
But who's going to take over this wonderful legacy of
My
Howard?
Artie will take it over.
Artie will
Artie
take
is the
it-
next in line. You'll be working for him soon, Robin. I tell you something. And then you will work for Artie's son.
Oh, my goodness.
Artie's son's name is a beautiful Italian name, Nunzio. Artie and Nunzio, the new team. They get rid of you, just like a Van Halen.
Artie-
They're going to throw you out, Robin, and bring in Nunzio to work with Artie.
Artie could have it. Me and Howard will be out in the Hamptons fishing in a pond.
Nunzio, he built like a water buffalo. Just like my Artie. He's so strong and Italian.
Oh, my
I love it.
goodness.
He's strong Italian features.
You can see Nunzio now, even though Nunzio doesn't exist.
Oh, Nunzio. Nunzio
How's
Caprio
Artie
Lang.
going to have a Nunzio when he's dating all these
With a
crazy
Dana.
girls?
He's going to be with Dana, of course. Only a Dana would name her son Nunzio.
Does Dana make a good sauce?
Beautiful. She's a wonderful catch for Artie. She's the one for Artie. His penis is like a puzzle fit into her vagina.
Like a
teacher-
lock and a key.
When the two made a love, it was beautiful.
I could teach her how to make turkey meatballs, every boring dish on the fucking planet.
No offense, Beth. You're sounding more like a Artie.
Beth will teach Dana how to make diet food.
And
You must
sound
have a cold.
And you sound like a retarded Chico Marx.
No, I sound like a... You don't talk about your Grandma Caprio. Everyone knows that you're Artie. You're not really Beth.
Can't wait to give birth to Ira Ostrowski Stern.
Oh,
Ira.
Ira.
He's gonna be the first half-Jewish basketball player at Penn State.
You sit quiet, please. All right, enough of this.
All right, girls. Enough.
Yes, get off
Ladies.
the phone.
wow.
Wow. Grandma Caprio on a tear. So there you go.
Yeah, she's vicious this morning.
This is bullshit.
Be quiet. Let the show go on.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to hog the mic.
You're on the phone. You're on the mic.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
I can't believe Beth didn't say anything about the animals.
What animals?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
you
fuck
mean
those
my What? What did you say?
Fuck the animals, too. Sick of make-believing I like animals for this motherfucker.
She She loves the animals.
You're
How
so
dare you.
bad.
All right. Guy says the guy who called in about using too much Purell hand sanitizer, I
Yes.
thought this was a good note. The alcohol-based hand sanitizers are bad, this guy says. He's right. You can get a reaction to your skin.
So what do you use?
You should use Hands to Go. No alcohol, works awesome, available at Bed Bath & Beyond.
All right.
My Artie doesn't need a hand sanitizer. He's an Italian.
Big, strong.
Howard is rubbing his hands together like a praying mantis.
He just gets sick and he takes it.
Yes, and when Artie gets sick, he come to work anyway.
Bad news, Howard. I'm eating. I might get fat.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I hope you like me when I'm fat. As I may be by 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Of course he's gonna like you, Beth. Don't worry. My Artie's fat. Everyone loves him. You should see all the girls who give him his number. My Artie doesn't need to wear Purell hand sanitizer. He just rub a ragu sauce on his hands. Get rid of all the germs. My Artie washes his hands in spaghetti sauce.
All right, Grandma Caprio, we've heard enough about your Artie.
So loved. So loved.
That family loves you, Artie.
Yeah.
Your grandmother really does. How is she? She okay, by the way? Seriously.
I think so, yeah.
In the middle of his
You didn't even check?
in the middle of his Beth impression, he's
eating.
What are you eating now? Are
Breakfast
you
cake.
back on your diet?
Let me eat my
diet?
bagel.
Oh, okay.
He's not on any
He is on a diet.
Please.
He only had two burgers with fries and a shake. He didn't go
That
crazy.
was last week.
They weren't double cheeseburgers.
Greg, would you like to do your obligatory pre-interview right by this famous painting right behind you?
Jesus Christ. You know, if this was in a hotel room and it was late at night and I came in, I would probably knock a hole right there and fuck it. Does that not look like a vagina with a big shiny clit right there and a tattoo of a little beady thing? I mean, I would make love to this. Oh, look, you went with pinstripes and a turtleneck. Again.
So you're here today to...
Thankfully came out that way. That's what I just said, yeah. That is the guy who needs tampon.
Do you know that I did the show once and I was complaining about my hair and somebody emailed me that this Beverly Hills plastic surgeon that they would give me free plugs as long as I talked about it on the show. And for about a week, I was like, I'm doing it. My wife's like, you're not getting fucking hair plugs. I'm like, why wouldn't I? It's free. And she's like, how is that free? You're going to talk about it. That defeats the whole purpose. And so I didn't do it, but I still got that. I got that number still, and I'm waiting. Should I do it?
Why not?
You love it. You
Why
love
not?
it.
Yeah, love it, man. Go ahead, do it. It'll look great. I think it'll
So
look
listen,
good.
I don't know where Lisa G is, but apparently she's very upset with me.
So you're Greg Fitzsimmons.
I'm Greg Fitzsimmons, and I'm here today. And I did my. I was here about 7 hours ago doing my 101 show on Monday at midnight, and I said some stuff about Lisa G, which I didn't think was offensive. About I'd like to hook her up with some men because the other night she was saying she wanted to date somebody, and I suggested that she go to the Friars Club, and I guess she thought that was offensive because maybe those guys are old. But I don't think she. I think she's very sexy, and I don't know what the issue is, but. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to her today.
She wears thongs too.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, her body looks great. She's in awesome shape, and I don't know. I get a vibe from her. I definitely, when I'm near her, I feel like, wow, I feel something.
Backpedaling going on.
And no, this is what I said. I said that she turns me on.
So you've made another enemy in addition to Ronnie.
Ronnie's not an enemy. Ronnie's like. He's like, you know, when you see a good comedy team and one guy is funny and one's not? It's like that. You know, it works together somehow.
You need the straight guy.
The whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
Yes.
Let's get Greg Fitzsimmons in here, for God's sakes. The man's been waiting. Love this guy. Also want to remind people, we're getting entries for this Howard Stern Show Hottest Chick, Smallest Tits contest.
I'd forgotten about that.
I've been seeing pictures, boy. There's some really hot chicks with no breasts. And if you want to enter and win $5,000, hey-oh, hey now, Greg Fitzsimmons, everyone.
Yes.
Fresh from his radio show.
Star of the new Greg Fitzsimmons show.
Everyone loves Greg Fitzsimmons.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, you did a great job again. People like your show. I'm getting a lot of good email.
There is not a more fun experience than, this, but that's a close second.
It's in your blood. Your father was a big radio man.
It's so funny because growing up, I got to lower my voice. Here's the one comment I hear on all these fucking... emails I get is like, dude, you sound like a chick.
So what?
I don't know why. I guess when I get excited, my voice goes up.
That's distinctive. Don't worry about it. Just be yourself.
But, it's funny. Growing up with my dad, it was like, it's what he did, but I didn't want to do that. You never want to do what your dad does.
Right.
And I tried not to, and it's like you can't avoid your DNA. It's like, here it is, like 18 years into the entertainment business, and I'm just got my first paycheck as a DJ.
Your dad would have been very proud of you.
Well, I mean, look, it's like my guest was on Louis C.K. last night. He's like, wow, you seem like a real, natural. And I was like, it's what I grew up watching. I'd sit in the studio and watch my dad.
Yep. There it is. It's in your blood. Let me just finish this thought. The hottest chick with the smallest breasts, if you want to win $5,000 and you want to enter, just send in a topless picture of yourself to contest@howardstern.com. The hottest chick, smallest breast contest is sponsored by thebestporn.com. It's the largest and most trusted porn review site on the internet with over 4,000 adult pay site reviews. Don't ever sign up to a porn site without visiting thebestporn.com. It's completely free. Thebestporn.com. Hey now. Greg.
Hey now.
Hey now. So, let's see. The last time I talked to you, you were going to go do the Pat Cooper roast.
Oh, that's right.
Did you do it?
Yeah, it was...
How do you do, Artie?
Excellent.
You're interrupting a meal, Howard.
Was he talking about the fried egg sandwich or my set at the roast?
Don't know.
No, it's not a fried egg sandwich.
What are you eating?
He's eating that lunch that I eat.
Yeah, I mean Howard's healthy lunch, and it's harder to get down than the fried egg.
A lot going
Look at
on.
that grilled chicken.
Nice. Yeah,
Brown rice?
tomato sauce, 8 in the morning.
How good does Artie look?
No, he really...
Huh?
Benji just
The
said...
diet is working.
Benji on the commercial said, God, you guys must process food differently because you eat the same exact lunch.
You don't look the same.
Greg really killed. And it's actually, Greg he went on before me and he made an observation that helped me out because Richard Belzer's set, he had these coke sniffles that were crazy. I don't think he was on coke,
right?
But he sniffled every 5 seconds. I'm looking around, going, does anybody else notice this? Because I wanted to do a joke.
It's
about
between
it.
every joke.
Yeah,
he would go.
So Greg made a reference to it. And I was like, okay, shit, I'm not going crazy.
I went up and I said, it's good to see he's been saving his residuals from Homicide. He can still afford an 8-ball before a lunchtime roast.
As a guy like Richard Belzer, your hero, I mean, he was a stand-up comic. He got onto a regular television show. Is that the goal?
Well, I think the goal as a comedian is to get cast on a comedy. He seems to get cast in dramas, but that's the greatest gig in the world because then you can...
Would you like something like that? Would you like to be on a comedy or a drama?
Yeah, I think a drama actually in a way is preferable. I think that the sitcoms you see on TV now feel so formulated and fake. I've never seen...
The dramas are better.
Yeah, I like dramas.
Yeah.
And, with the strike, I think it's a good opportunity to just go like, you know what? That sitcom thing ain't working. The 2.5 Men,
So you did the Pat Cooper roast.
Yeah.
And you killed Artie said.
He did a great job. And
are you a fan of Pat Cooper?
Well, Pat, I mean, one of the things I said when I was there is that, when I was growing up, I would go to the Friars Club with my dad, and he'd literally just drop me off. And I wanted to be a comedian since I was about 8 years old. I used to memorize comedy albums. And I'd go up to guys like, Malzy Lawrence and Dick Capri and Pat, and I would ask them stupid questions, and I'd want to tell them my jokes that I want to do when I got older. And Pat was the one guy who would just always make time, and he'd sit down with me, and he'd encourage me.
Wow.
And then he would put his fingers in my asshole. And
we're not roasting now.
So anyway, he meant a lot to me, and his spirit. I mean, I think a lot of comedians today look at Pat as a guy who. That's the new comedy, is like what he's been doing all these years, is guys getting up and saying exactly how they feel.
So you felt good afterwards, and...
I wrote him a long letter saying what an inspiration he's been, what a friend he's been. So 2 weeks later, I get this manila envelope, handwritten with coffee stains on it. I open it up. It's a fucking black and white photo of Pat Cooper, just signed Pat Cooper.
He didn't read your letter.
Very personable.
What, he's busy? How much fan mail is he getting? Unbelievable.
Wow.
And that shit is framed on my office wall right now.
Did Pat have family at the roast?
Well, that's what's unusual. Is like, the rap was that he wasn't talking to his family, and then I saw his daughter there.
So he has it. You see,
but is that the daughter, like the stepdaughter?
No. He had a daughter with his second wife.
That wasn't his daughter, I don't think.
This had to be the second wife because this woman was not that old.
Howard, I think Robin's right. He had a wife, he had a son and a daughter from the first marriage. Those are the two he didn't talk to.
Right.
And he had a stepdaughter.
Had some kids already, but he raised them. So that's like, I think.
To two people right before the roast that were introduced to me as Pat's son and daughter-in-law, maybe, or something. And
I wasn't sure for which was the in-law, but I thought it was the daughter.
It's a daughter, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Daughter
and a son-in-law.
Yeah.
His second wife, his first two kids, he used to fight with here on the air. Like
Right.
he wouldn't even talk to them.
I remember.
Those were his biological kids.
Then he married, I think probably out of spite, he loved the new daughter, the daughter that the wife had, more than anything on this planet, and spoiled her and everything.
Yeah, that happens. It happens.
Yeah. So she showed up. The daughter showed up.
She showed up, and it had to be that because now that I think of it, he's like 81, and this girl couldn't have been more than 40.
Right.
So, and I said, and she goes, I go, did you enjoy it? She goes, yeah, it's just, I've always heard about these, and I've never seen him do the roast. I go, never seen him. The guy closes every roast for 20 years. You never saw him. And it was kind of, you could tell there was like a little tension going on. And then he was kind of walking through, and of course everybody's coming up and shaking his hand, and they're kind of trailing behind him like 10 steps. And then I'm finally having this conversation with her, and then he's on the other side going, "Hey, let's go! What the hell am I waiting for?" And she looks at me, she goes, "You see?
Yeah.
You see?"
I can't imagine it's all a bed of roses with Pat.
Yeah.
So he was yelling at the kids the whole time?
Well, part of it is he doesn't hear very well. He's got a hearing aid in.
Is he 81?
I think he's 81, isn't he?
I thought it was 70s, but I mean, it couldn't have been far
I thought
off.
he's in his 70s.
Yeah. Well, he looks great, but he can't hear for
78.
shit.
He said he was 78 when he was in there. I remember that number. It's close enough.
And Marianne from Brooklyn checking in again. Yes, Marianne.
Again, Howard. Before I forget, Riley Martin should have Shirley MacLaine on. But Greg Fitzsimmons, I saw you at Artie. You were very funny, especially your jokes about morning sex. But the writers do have to get paid because that suit you were wearing was from your confirmation.
Wow, that was a lot of thoughts in one sentence. Thank you, Marianne.
I have to get it all out before.
Well, it sounds like you're funny, but your suits are not good.
I got more emails about my fucking suit. God forbid I wear a suit at Carnegie Hall.
But do you always perform in a suit?
Yes.
Oh, is that your thing?
Not always, but I mean, especially Carnegie Hall.
Right.
What am I going to do? Show up in work boots? Oh, sorry, Artie.
That's actually what I did.
That's the idea.
Is the suit old? Is it from your confirmation?
It's a brand new suit. It's a nice
Looks
suit.
a little shiny. I don't know. All right,
but I literally was wearing work boots.
Mike,
and he was all proud because they were new.
They were new.
Mike in Boston, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I'm the guy that Craig said he almost blew in Boston.
Oh,
it's Greg, so I know
Greg.
it's not
Greg
the right
Fitzsimmons.
guy.
You're not the right guy. Anybody that Greg almost blew would know his name. So, Ivy Supersonic, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, so I'm having an issue here with this Noel Ashman, who's the owner of Plum Nightclub on 14th Street. I threw
Whoa. Hold. What's going on here? Ivy, I love you, but I don't want to get into a situation. What is this, Gary?
Ivy, you sound crazy.
He's putting me in jail.
I don't know what's going on with Ivy, Howard, but she has been emailing and calling everyone remotely associated with the show, and the emails have gotten just increasingly more difficult to understand. They make no sense, but all I know is that she's supposed to turn herself in for something on Thursday, but Thursday's not a good day because she has a doctor's appointment, and Courtney Love's lawyer
wouldn't you call the courts, not us?
Courtney Love's lawyer refuses to represent her because he wants $10,000, but she's only got $500. Oh. What's going on? You're getting arrested?
Yeah, they asked me to turn myself in on Thursday.
For what?
For vandalism.
Who'd you vandalize?
Plum Nightclub.
Why?
All I did was glue the stuff out of my refrigerator to his door. And
why would you do that to the gentleman?
Because he owes me money, and he doesn't want to pay.
When people owe me money, I don't glue stuff to their door.
But he won't pay, and he owes 15 of us money. So
well, maybe he feels he doesn't owe me money.
He doesn't owe you money, but he owes me money.
I said maybe he feels he doesn't owe you money.
Yeah,
he does. He said he wrote the check, but then he doesn't sign it.
Ivy, whatever happened to court?
With Scrat?
No. Just going to court to get your money back. Don't talk about Scrat.
Well, I'm not going to court over $1,000. I mean, it's not that important.
But you're going to jail over it.
Looks like you're going to jail over it.
What'd you glue on his door?
I some crispy Cocoa Krispies, whatever's in my refrigerator, capers. I had.
But why would you do
pasta.
that? I mean, you have a dispute with a guy over money. A sensible
I jammed
person.
his locks with glue.
But once you commit an act of vandalism.
Thank goodness I paid Ivy when she did.
Thank God Robin paid me. I mean, this guy didn't know who he was fucking with. I mean, I'm.
Well, it sounds like he's got the last laugh. You're going to jail. He's not.
Howard, once
they open his books and see how he's robbed. and all
come
the
on.
fraud,
That's slanderous. That's libelous. And you know what? Then he's going to sue you.
Yeah, you don't know what's in his book.
You don't know. If you have a money dispute with a gentleman, it's not fair to say that, Ivy. You can't go out and commit mindless acts of vandalism. Honestly, I'm trying to talk sense to you. Obviously, your parents didn't talk sense to you. This is crazy.
Well, they're dead. They can't talk to me.
Oh, well, someone needs to talk to you. You need a psychiatrist.
Are you going to sit down and talk to Ivy?
No, I'm not.
She's making so much sense right now, like her messages, her emails, and even like the voicemail she left yesterday. I thought I was going to ask you if you were taking crystal meth. I swear to God, that's what it sounds like.
No, I'm not. I'm just angry. And when I get angry, I get crazy. And I'm never angry. I'm only angry when someone robs me and and does things to hurt me.
Howard, here's her email. I used 747 glue. I used shit out of my fridge. My capers wouldn't really stick, and the Parmesan cheese bow ties didn't really stick. Cocoa Crisp worked. I took photos and wrote, "Pay us" with 10 people's names. Hope bugs crawl up the door and get stuck.
Yeah, but Ivy, that's not legal.
It's not legal.
You can't
But
go to
nothing's
somebody's
legal.
door.
This whole world is not legal. It's based on
Ivy.
the whole world. I mean, anybody who makes money in business, you know they're lying.
That's not true. I make money in business. Robin makes money in business. Gary, I mean, we don't lie.
Robin pays her bills. Robin paid me. She did the right thing. She paid me in advance. She wrote me a
When's
check.
the last time you had a man go inside of you and calm you down?
This weekend.
Really?
I think I need that every day.
Woman's got an incredible body.
Ivy, listen, my name's Artie. I'm a announcer and a writer on the show, host of the show. I'd love to come over there this afternoon and fuck you.
Well, can we go to your house? Mine is a mess.
No, well, I'd rather come over there.
Was it worth going to jail?
You don't want her to know where you live.
Yeah, you don't want pasta salad glued to your door later.
Is it worth going to jail by gluing things to somebody's door?
No, but can we raise some money for my bail lawyer?
That's what she wanted.
She wants to raise money for now. We got a legal defense fund going.
Yeah, we need. I have a voicemail. If someone's interested in helping me stay out of jail, my voicemail is 212-780-3329. Just leave me a message that you can help me pay the $10,000 for my lawyer and bail me out.
Will you blow a guy to get some
Whatever
money?
we got to do to stay out of jail. I don't want pencils up my twat.
All right, Ivy, I like it. Here you go. I tell you what, you've just won $500 courtesy of the new movie The Mist.
We're kicking it off.
The movie The Mist, based on the legendary tale by Stephen King, inside the mist hides an unknown terror no one can escape. The Mist opens in theaters everywhere Wednesday, November 21. So there's $500 for you, okay?
How fast can I pick it up?
It's going to be. It's not that fast.
Howard's going to go home, and there's going to be a giant thank you glued to his door with Cocoa Crisp.
No thank yous, please.
Let me tell you, at the rate you're going, I can mail it to you in jail.
Ivy, listen,
Chuck Zito said he'll visit me. He asked me if I like women.
Well, you better like women. Chuck's right.
Shit. All right, so...
Ivy, do you have any capers left? Because if you do...
What, you got a baked
I
potato?
left them in front of his door.
Artie, does it kill
are we
you when-
meeting later at the hotel? Which hotel?
Well, fine. I'll leave your number. Well, I got your number now with everyone else in America who has a satellite radio.
Artie, you should really...
I'm really good.
She will really hook up with you. You should totally go. She's
all
got
right.
a hot
Well,
body.
listen.
She ain't bad, Ivy.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who's Ivy?
Ivy
She's like
Supersonic.
She's like a designer. I don't know. She's like...
Designs hats.
Go to my
Designer.
website. You'll see my
But she'll have sex with people for money?
No.
right now, to keep my ass out of jail, we'll do anything.
It's not prostitution. She'll fuck Artie, and he's going to help her stay out of jail.
See, Ivy,
That's a
He's
better
just
way.
going to, give her a gift.
Ivy, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get your prize money. If you meet Artie at the hotel, he'll probably give you $1,000 if you
Already,
get
I'm
bang
worth
him.
more than $1,000. Come on.
It'll take 6 to 8 seconds to get my orgasm.
I'll make you come 20 times. Believe me.
Oh, Christ.
All right, Ivy. Thank you.
Listen, yeah, we'll support you and
All right,
check.
call me after the show and
All
tell
right.
me where we're meeting.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, thanks.
All right, Ivy and Artie hooking up. Nice hookup.
Oh, my goodness.
Try and keep it quiet.
What does
You might end
Grandma
up.
Caprio think
I got a
of that?
feel I got a feeling her voicemail is going to be jammed.
If she is not a Dana, I don't care. Artie, stay away from those girls.
She looks
you need a Dana.
She looks a little like Dana. Actually, I take that
so
back.
Lovely Italian girl.
Dana's much prettier.
Dana's prettier and Italian, and my Artie loves Italian strong women.
But she says she's going to make Artie come 20 times.
Well, fuck Dana then. Didn't he gotta go get the orgasm?
Sometimes you gotta overlook things.
Grandpa Caprio gave me 50 orgasms. He was a real Italian man. I love him. No, Dana is the best girl for Artie.
Dana's record is only 17 orgasms. That I have.
Never heard of Ivy a supersonic. That's not an Italian name.
I don't think she makes sauce. I don't think she'd be a good mother.
She should glue those Rice Krispies to her twat. Excuse my language, Artie.
We're still thinking about your great-grandchildren.
Hi, this is Beth. I can't wait to break Juanita Jordan's fucking record for a settlement.
Shut up, Artie. Never make a fun of her. I mean, who is that, Beth? Beth is nothing compared to Dana.
I'm going for $170 million.
That's right. Beth is just after Howard's money. But Dana didn't want anything. All she wanted to do is have a dog. I told Artie, kill the fucking dog. Get her with Artie and Dana together.
I'll take Dana's dog. I can't get enough of those things.
If only Artie would marry Dana. Then we'd have a great time at the table at the meatballs. And Dana makes a beautiful sauce.
Turkey meatballs.
Mrs. Lang, have you refitted your wedding gown for Dana yet?
I'm a caprio. I'm not from the Langs. That side of the family, I don't say.
She's mad. Don't insult her. She gets mad that it's not Italian.
Artie should have been named Artie Caprio.
Right. Exactly.
Honestly, the Langs, not so much. You understand?
Yeah, now I get it.
She really believes that. Believe me.
Somebody made a mistake. Yeah.
Artie is a perfect, except for his father's genetics. And the Caprio, the mother's side, is always strong. He looks like us, you know. Actually, he looks like his father, but what can you do? I'll tell you this, Artie's not 25% Indian from my side of the family. He's a Cherokee.
Full Italian over
He's
there.
a full Italian on my side, a Sicilian. He loves meatballs. He loves everything. Gravy, pizza, McDonald's. Everything my Artie eats. He never had problems eating. And he loves a Dana. And he knows he loves a Dana. Artie, tell everyone you love a Dana. Let's get on with the marriage.
Sorry, my period's late.
Oh. Who's that? Beth? Beth, shut up. Let Artie talk.
I think it's twins.
Beth, let Artie talk. Do you love a Dana or not? Huh?
Come on, Chico Marx is talking to you.
Artie's asleep.
Let my Chico Marx is talking to you. What's the matter with you?
Grandma Marx.
I like your Harpo better.
So, Gary, Ivy's still holding on to the fact that she's not on some sort of drug. Are you buying it?
I don't know. I'm looking at. I just got an email from her. No way can we get the check overnighted. I got cops calling for me to postpone for me to show up on Monday. Now I know who my family and friends are. You guys are the only ones that will give me any money. My family won't call me back to help. But you got to see, it's like, it's like lots of exclamation points and weird spelling. She spells like Prince. I think she's up to something. I mean, there's something going on there, but she says no, so I got to take her word for it.
She seems to always claim innocence, though, whenever we call her out on how manic she is. And
Right. And the fact that she dropped 50 pounds in the last 3 years and is down to a fucking toothpick size.
But like in one instance, she's had problems with a guy who she claims is like a Nazi, and then
right. It's Ivy against the world. If it's not her landlord, it's a guy who didn't pay her. She's not in front of Rupert Murdoch's apartment on a van yelling, "You stole Scrat." It's always something with Ivy.
I thought these hat designers were more normal than this, but
I totally would not fall asleep next to her. I get to